One small decision can change your entire life. Sounds dramatic, right? But think about it. What if you had said yes instead of no? What if you took that risk, made that call, or walked through that door? Where would you be today? This is the butterfly effect. The idea that a tiny action, something as simple as choosing to wake up early or read a book, can set off a chain reaction that transforms your future. The rich, the successful, the unstoppable, they don't wait for life to happen. They understand that every decision counts. Right now, you're standing at a crossroads. The choices you make today will shape the person you become tomorrow. Will you take control or let life decide for you? Welcome to NeewBornn, where we help you break free from the ordinary and step into the extraordinary. Because one small shift today could change everything. Let's dive in. Understanding the butterfly effect. Imagine this. A single flap of a butterfly's wings in Brazil causes a tornado in Texas. Sounds like the plot of a science fiction movie, right? But it's not. It's the butterfly effect. And it holds the key to understanding how small actions can snowball into massive consequences. It's the idea that tiny decisions, seemingly insignificant at the time, can drastically change the course of your life. Now let's get real. This is where things get a little scary. Every choice you make today, from what you eat for breakfast to how you spend your free time, is setting the stage for your future. Miss one workout, skip a networking event, or ignore that small opportunity. It could be the butterfly wing that leads to a missed promotion, or worse, stagnation in your life. Yikes, right? But here's the exciting part. You have the power to control these seemingly tiny moments. When you understand how the butterfly effect works, you realize that your actions matter. You can make small, positive choices today that will compound into a life of success tomorrow. The key is to take control of these small moments. Because, as we'll dive into next, it's the power of those small decisions that can create massive change in your life. Let's jump into the next chapter, the power of small decisions, and explore how these choices can lead you down the path to success. Get ready to see how your decisions shape your destiny. The power of small decisions. What if I told you that the biggest changes in your life won't come from massive, dramatic decisions, but from the tiniest, seemingly meaningless ones? That's right. The power isn't in the once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. It's in the daily choices you make without even thinking. Scary, isn't it? Think about it. One extra episode on Netflix instead of working on your side hustle. One day skipping the gym. One ignored message that could have led to a game-changing opportunity. These aren't just small decisions. They're the building blocks of your future. And here's the real kicker. By the time you realize their impact, it's often too late. But wait, this isn't all bad news. Because just as small bad decisions compound into failure, small good decisions compound into success. Reading 10 pages of a book every day might not seem like much, but in a year, that's knowledge that sets you apart. Taking 10 minutes to plan your day, that's the difference between productivity and chaos. So, the question is, are your small decisions working for you or against you? Because sometimes, one tiny moment is all it takes to alter the course of your life forever. And that's exactly what we're about to uncover in the next chapter, how one moment can alter the course of your life. Get ready, because this will change how you see every second of your day. How one moment can alter the course of your life. What if I told you that a single moment, a split-second decision, could completely change your life? Sounds dramatic, right? But it's terrifyingly true. Think about it. One yes or no can send you down a completely different path. The decision to speak up in a meeting could land you a promotion. The choice to stay in bed instead of seizing an opportunity could set you back years. Even a casual conversation with a stranger could lead to an unexpected, life-changing connection. One moment, that's all it takes. Now, let's get real. Most people don't recognize these moments until they're in the past. And that's the scary part. What if you've already had a life-changing opportunity and missed it? What if you were just one brave decision away from your breakthrough? Feels unsettling, doesn't it? But here's the good news. You can train yourself to be ready, to recognize these moments, to act on them. Because while your choices shape your future, your awareness of them determines whether you'll seize or squander them. And it doesn't stop with you. Your choices don't just affect your life. They create a ripple effect that reaches far beyond what you can see. So, in the next chapter, we're diving into the ripple effect, how your actions impact others. Get ready to realize just how powerful your influence truly is. The ripple effect, how your actions impact others. Imagine this: you smile at a stranger on a rough day. That smile lifts their mood, and they decide to be kinder to their coworker. That coworker, now feeling appreciated, goes home and spends quality time with their child. That child grows up to be someone who changes the world, all because of your single, seemingly insignificant action. Terrifying, isn't it? Every little thing you do, good or bad, ripples outward, touching lives in ways you'll never fully know. Your words, your energy, your choices, they don't just stay with you. They spread. Now let's flip it. What about the times you've been careless? The times you snapped at someone, brushed off a friend in need, or let negativity spread like wildfire? Those ripples move just as fast and just as far. Scary? Absolutely. But here's the exciting part. You have the power to be intentional. You can create positive ripples that change lives. You don't have to start a revolution. Sometimes, the smallest act of kindness, courage, or belief in someone is all it takes. And speaking of small, in the next chapter, we're diving into the beauty of small risks. Because sometimes the tiniest leap of faith can set off the biggest wave of change. Are you ready to take that step? The beauty of small risks. What if I told you that one tiny risk could change your entire life? No, not betting your life savings on a lottery ticket. That's just reckless. I'm talking about the small, calculated risks, the kind that seem insignificant in the moment, but lead to opportunities you never saw coming. Think about it. Sending that one email, raising your hand in a meeting, saying yes when fear tells you to say no. These small moments don't just pass by, they stack up, forming the stepping stones to something bigger. But let's be real, risk is terrifying. Your brain screams, what if I fail? What if I look stupid? But what if you succeed? What if that tiny, uncomfortable step puts you on a path you never imagined? Imagine the regret of never knowing. That's the real fear, staying exactly where you are because you were too afraid to take a chance. And here's the best part: small risks build confidence. The more you take, the stronger you become. Soon, what once felt impossible will feel like second nature. Speaking of risks, let's talk about real stories. People who made one bold decision and completely changed their destiny. In the next chapter, stories of life-changing decisions, we'll dive into the moments that turned ordinary lives into extraordinary ones. Are you ready to be inspired? Stories of life-changing decisions. What if I told you that one decision, just one, could change the entire trajectory of your life? Sounds dramatic, right? But it's true. Life is a series of choices, and sometimes the smallest decision can lead to the biggest transformation. Think about the person who quit their soul-sucking job to chase their dream, the entrepreneur who risked everything on a crazy idea, the person who decided in one terrifying moment to leave behind comfort and step into the unknown. These aren't just stories, they're proof that life rewards those who dare to decide. Now, let's be real. Making a life-changing decision isn't easy. Your mind screams at you, what if it doesn't work? What if I fail? What if I regret this? But ask yourself, what if you don't? What if you never take that leap and stay stuck in the same place forever? That's a far scarier thought. And here's something wild. Most of these decisions don't feel monumental at the time. They start as a whisper, a gut feeling, a random thought you can't shake, until one day you act on it. And that's when everything shifts. But here's the catch. Fear is always lurking, trying to keep you from making these bold moves. So how do you break free? In the next chapter, Breaking Free from Fear of Change, we're going to rip fear apart, piece by piece, until it has no power over you. Ready to break the chains? Let's go. Breaking free from fear of change. Imagine standing on the edge of a cliff. Below you is everything you've ever wanted: success, happiness, freedom. But there's one problem. You're frozen. Not because you can't jump, but because fear is whispering in your ear. What if you fall? What if you fail? What if everything goes wrong? Sound familiar? Fear of change is like an invisible prison, locking you inside your comfort zone. And the scariest part? Most people never escape. They stay stuck in jobs they hate, relationships that drain them, and routines that kill their potential, all because change feels too risky. But here's the truth. Staying the same is the real risk. Now, let's hit pause. Ever notice how we fear change even when we want it? We dream of a better life but panic when it's time to take action. It's like wanting six-pack abs but running in the opposite direction of the gym. Makes no sense, right? So how do you break free? How do you silence fear and step into the unknown with confidence? The secret isn't to eliminate fear. It's to act despite it. Fear doesn't disappear. You just get stronger than it. And every time you take a step forward, it loses its grip on you. Because here's the kicker. The life you want, it's on the other side of fear. And once you break through, you'll wonder why you ever let it control you. Ready to make that leap? Good. Because in the next chapter, we're going even deeper into the power of embracing uncertainty and turning fear into fuel. Let's go. And there you have it. Breaking free from the fear of change is the first step toward unlocking the life you've always dreamed of. Remember, it's not about being fearless. It's about pushing through that fear and taking bold action. You've got this. Now, before you go, don't let that motivation slip away. If you're ready to keep moving forward but find yourself struggling with staying motivated, I've got just the video for you. In my next video, I'll share practical tips on how to stay motivated when you feel like giving up. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Click on the end screen to dive into that video, and let's keep this journey going. Keep pushing, stay focused, and let's make those life-changing decisions together. See you there.